Hello, I'm Jack Perkins. I used to host biography, so I guess if I was still doing that, I'd say something like this. Welcome to Covenant Shores on beautiful Mercer Island, Washington. Greg Asimakopoulos is a friend of mine. Well, the fact that I can pronounce his name proves that he's a friend of mine. Greg Asimakopoulos announces today, and is happy to do so, that Reverend Asimakopoulos will take over as the full-time chaplain at Covenant Shores. Those of us who know a bit about him suspect he'll do a doggone good job. We're proud of him. Congratulations and good luck, my friend.
Chaplain Greg Asimakopoulos here. From the time I first heard about the Free Wheelchair Mission in 2005, my family and I have been enthusiastic supporters of what Don Schoendorfer and his wonderful team are doing throughout the world. It's literally life-changing and God-honoring.
Prayer today will be offered by Pastor Greg Asimakopoulos.
Let us pray. O God, our help in ages past, our hope for years to come, we call on you for guidance as this new legislative session commences. Forgetting those things that are behind and straining forward toward those things that are to come. Help these men and women press on to serve those who look to them for leadership. In this month, when we as a nation celebrate the sanctity of every life and pay homage to a king whose reign was all too brief, may their efforts be crowned with compassion, justice, and mercy.
Covenant living, live with promise. Covenant living at the shores, with a staff inspired to serve us. We look ahead to so much more.
Greetings and welcome to Tuesday. What a great day as we move on through the rest of this week. I'm here in the health center. You know, on the second floor of the health center, our skilled nursing section, we have assimilated some of the artwork that used to be in the prayer chapel, which is now an office behind the receptionist desk. And we had to make that change during COVID because of social distancing and expanded staff. And the prayer chapel that had been used through the years had to be surrendered to office space. So for the time being, we've gathered our religious art, a stained glass window, a cross, and Solomon's Head of Christ. You recognize this. This is a chalk version of that famous 1940 painting by Warner Sallman. It is known as Solomon's Head of Christ because Warner Sallman is the one that created this. And it was reproduced for servicemen and women during World War II in little miniature size. They used to put it inside their pocket New Testament. They put it in their wallet. In the 60s, Mr. Sallman began to travel to churches and Bible camps, and he would do a chalk version of that famous painting. By the way, I think you know that we have a reproduction of that famous painting just outside of Fellowship Hall, and it is iconic. I think I told you once upon a time it is the most reproduced image in human history.
find to meet my trials here, trusting in my Father's wise bestowment. I've no cause for worry or for fear. He whose heart is kind beyond all measure gives unto each day as he deems best. Lovingly, it's part of pain and pleasure, mingling toil with peace and rest.
Spare some change to help the homeless. Fa la 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 la. 'Tis the season to be selfless. Fa la 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 la. When we help the poor and needy, fa la 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 la. We're inclined to be less greedy. Fa la 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 la.
The physician whose medicines affected my eyes, and at age 6 weeks, I was blind, and I have been blind ever since.
What amazes me, Aunt Fanny, is the fact that you haven't become bitter about that doctor's mistake. Good evening and welcome to Evensong. I'm so glad that you've joined us for this evening's program. The theme for tonight's broadcast is Blessed are the Merciful, taken from Jesus' words so memorable there in the Beatitudes from that most famous of all sermons, the Sermon on the Mount.
This is Seattle's Morning News. This is Dave Ross with Colleen O'Brien and Chris Sullivan, and I am being handed breaking news from Covenant Shores. How often do we get breaking news from there? But nevertheless, it comes from a reliable source, and we are learning just now that Chaplain Greg Osimakopoulos, who's decided to weigh anchor at Covenant Shores and sail off into unknown ports of call yet to be determined, beginning an adventure called retirement. This is Dave Ross, Cairo News Radio.
There's room at the cross for you. There's room at the cross for you. Though millions have come, there's still room for one. Yes, there's room at the cross for you.
Good. Yeah. Okay, now the other one.
That's all,
Try the
folks.
other one. There's no